South Africa will move to level 3 on the 1st of June. Some teachers say protective equipment delivered to schools are insufficient. Our reporter Mahlako Komane is in Tembisa. She joins us now live. Mahlako, a very good morning to you. So tell us the latest with regards to what you're witnessing there this morning. Are teachers back at schools in preparation for next week?
Yes, good morning indeed, Blaine. We are in Tembisa, and earlier on we were just outside of Tembisa High, and the principal and the deputy principal hadn't yet arrived, and also there were no educators that had arrived by the time that we had left that particular place about 30 minutes or less ago. And also, but you'd also remember that, Blaine, that teacher unions, especially, I know with SATU, had told their educators not to bother to pitch at school today because they felt that protective equipment for educators was not in place and had not yet been delivered. But I understand that the deputy principal, as well as his principal at that particular school, which is Tembisa High that we were at, are said to have been at school yesterday, which was Sunday. So it will be very interesting to find out that what is the state of readiness as well as the delivery of these goods. We understand that MEC Panyaza Lisufi at 10 o'clock is outside, will be at Bryanston High to address media as to the province's state of readiness. When we spoke to SATU yesterday in the province, we were told that the protective gear for school management teams, which I think would be your principal and your DPs, was had been delivered, but it was for the educators where they felt that the delivery hadn't yet happened. It should happen sometime this week, they were told. So we will definitely be asking these questions to MEC Lisufi, and also just to find out from him what is the update in terms of how many educators actually pitched at school this morning. By 10 o'clock, we assume that he should have some sort of idea what was the attendance in terms of reporting for duty. But also we know that Basic Education Minister, Ms. Angie Mutshekga, telling us that today, which is the 25th of May, would be that official countdown for the reopening of schools on the 1st of June, which is next week, Monday. But I am joined by a matric learner. She's a matric learner at Palesa Jaji. She is a matric learner at Masebenze Comprehensive School here in Tembisa. And I'm just going to ask her, she is expected to be at school Monday, which would be the 1st of June. How is she feeling? These announcements has been made, reiterated by the President's address yesterday. Palesa, thank you so much for talking to us. Just, can you just please maybe tell me, how are you feeling? You are expected to be at school from as early as next week. Are you excited? Are you anxious? Do you feel safe going to school?
I don't feel safe, but I think it's good because we need to study and we still need to write a trial exam. And we cannot write the final exam without writing the trial, because the trial also prepare us for the final. So I think it's best. And we can't open on September because we'll run out of time. And yeah, I think it's best. Because at home it's hard. It's very hard to study. So we can't concentrate.
Okay, Palesa, just quickly, what do you feel are your challenges in terms of studying at home?
Studying at home, when you call your teacher to explain, you cannot get the point because he or she is not here to tell you what to do exactly. And studying from media, it's really hard because the person can just explain and you can't ask a question. So it's hard. And then you find out at home, when you're studying, you have to clean, cook, and then do all the home chores. So, yeah, it's hard.
And your parents, obviously, how are they feeling about the reopening of schools on Monday for you?
They say it's too dangerous for me to go to school because you find out that the disease the virus is already here, and at school someone is having the virus. So it's not safe. They are against us going to school. But for me, it's fine. It's a great idea. It's a best decision.
All right. Thank you so much, Palesa. And as you've heard, they're playing matric learner Palesa Chachi just telling us about her feelings seemingly matric learners wanting to go back to school, although parents divided also on that particular issue. But we will be in a few minutes joining MEC Lisufi outside Bryanston High School to give us an indication of what is it that is happening here in the province in terms of the readiness of the province. You'll also know that he would have the largest cohorts of learners in terms of numbers after KwaZulu-Natal. So we'll definitely be there at 10 o'clock this morning at Bryanston High just to find out what is it that is happening on the province and what are the realities on the ground and the teachers actually pitched today.
Yeah.
And it's back to you in studio.
Mahlako, it's hard enough for you and I to navigate through uncertainty. It's such an uncomfortable psychological state. I can just imagine what teenagers like the ones that you spoke to, as well as children, are going through. So we will get an update from you with regards to what's happening in Gauteng. I appreciate you reporting, Mahlako Komane, live for us in Tembisa. We're going to take a quick break. I'll get you more news next.